I just got back in from the garden. Things are really starting to slow down here because I've picked several pounds of tomatoes over the last couple of weeks, and we've gotten a ton of rain and a lot of heat. Tomatoes aren't setting right now. My lemon boys are still going. They're setting a lot of flowers, so I expect that I'll have another crop for fall. I expect maybe in another 4 to 6 weeks I'll have more tomatoes to pick, and that'll be it. I've got a really bad weed problem this year because winter was so warm that the weed seeds did not freeze, therefore they did not die. However, I'm still pulling enough jalapenos for the third army out of my garden. Still lots of peppers. And this is what I brought in today. It's a little meager, but you know, the weather hasn't been real friendly to production right now. So it is what it is. I do have some other tomatoes planted that are starting to produce, and that's what these are. These are Carolina Gold, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Really? Hello? Okay, it's not Wayne's World, honey. But today I'm going to make you a little Caprese lunch salad. I'm going to eat it with my pizza tonight, but I made this not too long ago, just a real quick something because I was hungry in the afternoon. We've got all this fabulous produce, so we really need to eat it, and we need to eat it in a healthy way, but we need to make it really delicious. And this is what I did. I want to show you first this. You know, I am very religious about checking the produce markdown stand at my Harris Teeter. Well, a couple of weeks back we went there and they had 15 packages of these alouette. They're little soft spreadable cheese squares, kind of like Laughing Cow, only they're better. And this is what they look like. They're 40 calories per little square. But these normally retail for $4.99 a box. This is how much I paid for them. When I saw the price, I cleaned the shelf. Yes, I'm a shelf cleaner. So I'm sorry if you don't like that, but you know what? If you wanted them, you should have got there before me. Isn't that what they say? Okay. So anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about before we start constructing this little salad is I have a viewer whom I have become friends with whose daughter works for a startup wine company, importing company in New York City, and it's at the Elman company, and she asked me if her daughter could contact me, and her daughter did, and her name is Michelle. Thank you, Michelle, and thank you to Alex Elman. They said that they are starting to market this extra virgin olive oil, and could they send me a sample of some of their products? Well, they didn't just send me a bottle, they sent me 2 bottles of this amazing olive oil that is from Spain, and they sent me a bottle each of their signature wines, and I haven't had the opportunity to taste the wine yet, but I am going to do that in a future video. But I have used this olive oil. It is one of the most incredible olive oils I have ever tasted, and it is grassy and fresh and clean, and it is incredible. And I wanted to show you, Rick is feeling this. Miss Elman was born with juvenile diabetes, and as a result, when she was 27 years old, she went blind. She has since had a pancreatic transplant, and she is in 100% improved health as a result of that. But she is blind, and she is, I watched a couple of her videos. They do have a channel here on YouTube. I will put a link to that channel in the underbar, and you can go on there and listen to a couple of interviews that she's done. She's also working on a possible pilot opportunity for the Food Channel, and I'm really just incredibly impressed. And I do not know the price points on this olive oil, and I apologize for that, but I am so grateful that they gave me the opportunity to try this. And when you see this in your finer markets or in your wine stores or in your gourmet shops, I highly recommend that you give this a try. Alex Elman Authentic 100% organic extra virgin olive oil, and it's from Manzanilla olives in Spain. And on the label, it is in Braille, which I think is so flippin' cool. In Braille. I just thought that was incredible. So, anyway, I have a Carolina Gold tomato here that's fresh out of the garden. And I'm going to slice a couple of slices here. Look at how beautiful that tomato is. And I have one of my Romas. Let's do a couple of nice thick slices off of this one. Okay. They're so pretty and they're delicious. All right, now I have some fresh basil that's also fresh out of the garden. We'll pick a few of these beautiful leaves and set them right on top there.
It's fragrant.
It just smells wonderful. All right, and we're going to take a couple of these squares of this cheese, and my hands are clean, but I'm just going to kind of break it up and put it on top here of the basil leaf. And it doesn't have to be pretty. We want to go for rustic, you know. This is a wonderful light lunch. It's a lovely side salad accompaniment. Really, you can eat this all on its own, and you don't need anything else with it. You could have some crackers with it, or some crostini bread. You could have some Grassy breadsticks. I don't know if you're familiar with those, but they're very thin Italian breadsticks, and they're fantastic. They're just that little crunch that you need sometimes when you're eating something like this. And this cheese, if you want me to explain how this cheese tastes, it's very smooth and very creamy. It is just milk and cream is all that is in this cheese. And when you put it in your mouth, it's incredibly smooth. If you could imagine cream cheese without that extra tangy bite, it actually tastes as if you're eating cream that's been solidified. It's delicious. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little olive oil on a spoon just so I can drizzle this over the whole thing. And you need so little. This is just going to enhance and add to the flavors that you already have. You don't want to overpower the flavors of the tomato and this wonderful cheese. You want to taste every single thing on there. I'm also going to add some balsamic vinegar. And this you really want to be, and I'm using less than a tablespoon here for this whole plate. And I would just pour it around the plate like that. And put my lids back on. The only other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this with some mixed black peppercorns and some pink salt. You don't need a lot of salt because this cheese is already going to lend some saltiness to this dish. And I know that you can pretty much figure out how to put together a salad all on your own. But sometimes it's the most simple things that are incredibly delicious.
That even looks good to me.
Well, it's because it is good. And so then what we'll do is we'll just put a little...
No, make it better.
Not bacon. Don't say bacon. My goodness. Do I know you or what? All right. So, yes, honey, I'm fairly certain that bacon or pancetta would make this incredible.
Okay, good.
All right. There you have it. A little individual caprese salad that you can whip up in no time. You don't have to use this kind of cheese. You can use cream cheese if that's all you have. You can use fresh mozzarella. You can use shredded mozzarella if that's all you have. It doesn't matter. If you would rather, chunk all the tomato and the cheese up, put it in a bowl, mix it up with the olive oil and the balsamic, salt and pepper, basil, done. Put it in a bowl and eat it with a fork. It'll be delicious. So, that is my video for today. I hope you try this. I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see you.